Now what's up? What's up? Yeah, got him.
You have a rematch plans against Devin Haney. Are you looking to show him something?
Oh yeah, I'm willing to show him. I cannot wait. You know, I want to put a whooping on his dad too. That's really who I want to put a whooping on. But Devin could get it as well again. I'm gonna do the same thing just like I did last.
As Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney made their arrivals ahead of their upcoming bouts, tensions immediately flared, culminating in a chaotic altercation. Although Garcia and Haney aren't officially scheduled to face off, that didn't stop them from trading verbal insults and even getting physical during the press event. Garcia is set to fight Rolando.
His boxing ability, my opinion.
You think Tank's a better boxer? Forget power.
Yeah, I think he's a better boxer. You know, like strategic mind. I think Tank is better. I was one of the best in the amateurs.
Right.
I lost one fight to a guy that's arguably one of the best in the world, and he had a weight gain me, and he had to put a rehydration clause, and all that shit.
Ryan Garcia hasn't backed down from his belief that the PED controversy following his win over Haney was nothing but a trap. In a chat with Ring Magazine, Garcia claimed the entire scenario was pre-planned in case Team Haney lost. What made him suspicious was how Devin's brother somehow had knowledge of the positive test even before it became public, something Garcia sees as clear evidence of foul play. "I know I won that fight," Garcia stated. "I believe they had this planned as a backup excuse." Things got heated when Garcia publicly laid out his theory, leading to a fiery face-off with Haney. When Haney questioned the logic, Garcia shot back, "How would you know?" implying that Haney was avoiding the real issue. How did his camp know about the results in advance? While Haney denied any involvement, Garcia was unconvinced, convinced it was premeditated damage control.
Oh, I didn't take steroids, it's not gonna be much different. I mean, the crazy thing is they wanna like keep on saying, oh, it's because of the PEDs, it's because of the PEDs. I was on fighting a guy with PEDs. PEDs don't help you block a left hook.
While Garcia seems preoccupied with Haney, his May 2nd opponent, Rolly Romero, is quietly preparing to turn the tables. Romero recalls their sparring sessions from 8 years ago and believes he's capable of repeating that dominance under the lights. Though many view Rolly as the underdog, he's confident that one perfect punch can flip the script. The press conference added fuel to the fire when DAZN's Todd Grisham posed a question to Jose Ramirez that struck a nerve with Haney. A lot of people are wondering if Haney's chin can hold up after the Garcia fight. Grisham's,
"If anybody hits him, there might be the same results."
In terms of the rematch, you know, the whole world is waiting for this Haney fight, but he does have a fight with Jose Ramirez. You guys confident that he does win that fight against Ramirez?
Well, I mean, if he outboxes Ramirez, you know, there's a possibility that he'll survive, you know, but his chin has been tested, and you've seen the results, you know.
Clearly irritated, Haney responded, "What do you mean by chin? I got up every single time against someone who was juiced. That shows I've got a chin." But Grisham didn't stop there. He implied that surviving those knockdowns may have been more about heart than physical durability. That jab not only annoyed Haney, but also set off his father, Bill Haney, who later confronted Grisham in an interview, frustrated by the growing narrative that Devin's chin is now questionable.
"Oh, I'm not gonna test his chin. Of course I'm gonna." You know what I mean?
Do you think like he will actually not be able to get up from your punch?
Well, I feel like if I hit anybody from the, you know, from my weight class, or even all the way to like with the 160s, if I hit him with a solid shot right in the chin, I think anybody could go down. You know, it's boxing. You know, 8-ounce gloves.
Something to lose weight.
Do you think Ryan was better versus you than?
Yeah, for sure, because he had to train. He didn't have to train for Devin. He didn't have. Look at his body. Look at his body versus when you fought me. He told y'all he was drinking every night and all that type of stuff. Like, yeah. He was smoking every day. Like, come on, bro. And Haney had him. In the first beginning of the fight, he had him. He just tried to press the issue and stay right there.
The boxing world, however, shares that very concern. And so does Jose Ramirez. Ramirez's trainer, Robert Garcia, spoke candidly as they wrapped up camp in Southern California, saying, "You can't just erase what happened. Haney took a beating." Although the 3 knockdowns from Garcia were officially wiped from the record due to the failed test, no one in the boxing scene has forgotten what unfolded in the ring. "It's not on BoxRec anymore," Robert said, "but we all know what we saw."
Fight against Jose Ramirez, or did you prefer to fight Ryan Garcia straight away when you came back?
Of course, that's the big fight is Ryan Garcia, but I cannot look past Jose Ramirez. I know that he's a tough competitor. I know that he's coming to win. And to get to the Ryan fight, first we got to beat Jose Ramirez, and that's what I look to do.
I'm sure you've heard what some boxing fans are saying. They're thinking after that fight with Ryan Garcia, you may not be the same fighter you were that night. Are you going to be a different version of Devin Haney?
That brutal display, or lesson, depending on your view, has left lingering doubts about whether Haney, now 31-0 with 15 KOs, can still take the heat in the increasingly dangerous 140-pound division. Especially now, as he gets set to face a former unified champion in Jose Ramirez, 29-2, 18 KOs, who's entering this fight desperate to bounce back from his flat performance against Arnold Barboza Jr. in November. For Ramirez, this bout isn't just about rankings, it's about reestablishing himself at the elite level.
Probably closer to the chinny side than having a granite chin. If we're looking at it on the spectrum, one end of the spectrum being Amir Khan, the other end of the spectrum being Triple G, he's definitely closer to the Amir Khan. I don't like that he's even having this discussion because we don't know Devin Haney for being a brawler. I don't want him to think about having the chin because his style is to not get hit. I think Devin Haney is digging a hole for himself because
Jose always comes to win, Robert Garcia said during Ramirez's last sparring day. He doesn't see this as do or die, but the reality is, after that last fight, he needs to deliver something big. Ramirez isn't doing this to prove himself to his team. They already know his worth. But for the boxing world watching, he needs to show he's still elite. Fighting in the heart of Times Square only adds to the pressure, but it's also motivating Ramirez in ways that haven't been seen in years. And if he defeats Haney, a Garcia-Ramirez matchup in Saudi Arabia.
If Devin Haney loses this fight, career over. He has the most pressure in the sport.
Ain't that what they said about Wilder? Ain't that what they said about AJ? Every time somebody is in a position to lose back to back, we automatically think your career is over, but the career won't be over.
Devin and Bill have placed high expectations on themselves. They want to be compared to Floyd Money Mayweather.
If Ramirez can get in there and make it gritty, Haney's gonna have to bite down on that mouthpiece and dig deep. Some think.
Despite Ramirez's resurgence, Haney remains a heavy favorite at 1-200. The assumption? He'll rely on movement, box smart, and coast to victory. But here's the catch. Can he avoid another brawl if Ramirez drags him into a dogfight? Haney will want to box, Robert Garcia said, but we're going to force him to fight. Choosing Ramirez as an opponent shows Haney and his father, Bill, are still willing to prove they belong at the top. They could have picked an easier route. They didn't. Even though Haney lost to Garcia, he was still competitive.
Yeah. Watch it. Watch it. Nice second. Yeah. It was a good training camp. Good discipline. Good training camp. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss weight, don't worry. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss weight. Yeah, I know. We'll see you May 2nd. He goes to the show.
Robert Garcia says the current version of Ramirez in camp reminds him of the one who dominated Amir Imam in 2018 and stopped Maurice Hooker in Texas to unify titles. No excuses about the Barboza fight. He had a solid game plan, Garcia admitted. But this camp feels totally different. Jose's in beast mode, sparring like he did in his prime, even when Ramirez lost to Josh.
Disputed. He needs to fight all the ones that are champions up there so they can really he can really say he's undisputed. Because right now, he's undisputed, but he needs to fight all the guys up there and beat all those guys, and then we can say he's undisputed. He's undisputed, but I mean, we can really say it, you know, pound for pound, all that stuff. I think that the difference is that when we were coming up, we want to go for knockouts and want to finish the fight, and now
Haney training at Mosley's camp might be a sign that he's looking to evolve, or maybe dig deeper after his first pro loss. Robert Garcia commented on the decision with curiosity. It makes you wonder what kind of Haney we're going to see. Is that loss still in his head, or has he let it go after a year off? The truth is, nobody really knows, but everyone is watching.
If you get up 3 times from a left hook from Ryan Garcia, everyone knows that. Who's gotten up 3 times? Huh? So what do you mean he doesn't have a chance? I mean, that guy he's a piece of shit.
You're talking about Todd Grissom?
Yeah, Todd Grissom.
I was gonna say, I feel like this.
Garcia continued by acknowledging the respect he has for the Haney camp. To be honest, taking this fight says a lot about them, he said. They could have chosen someone less risky. And bringing Shane Mosley into camp, that's interesting. I've known Shane for years, both as an amateur and pro. He's a brilliant, tough fighter. I'm really curious what Devin learns from him.
You want that rematch with Ryan Garcia? Is that something that's like, man, I gotta get that back?
He was right here, I get it back right now. Cause it's just, you know, if somebody did you like that, you want to take it, because I did that already. I tried to do it fair. I tried to, you know, it was 3-3 since amateurs. I tried to give you that, you know, that another fight, and when it was even, we was drug tested, we was on even playing field.
The tension between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney has left more than just bruised egos and a disrupted, undefeated record. It's created a long shadow over Haney's future, and the voices circling the lead up to his fight with Jose Ramirez are speaking with grave concern. Oscar De La Hoya didn't mince words when assessing Haney's state post-Ryan. To De La Hoya, it's not just about losing a fight, it's about losing a part of yourself in the ring, something far more difficult to regain than a belt. According to him, Haney's chin, once durable and dependable, may now be beyond repair. It's not a...
I understand what you mean by chin. I got up every single time against somebody that was on.
I'm sure if I land a solid one with Devin Haney, I'm gonna put him down.
Yeah, my dad's gonna take the W.
W? Knockout?
Yeah.
What started as a rivalry now feels like a reckoning. The aftermath of Garcia versus Haney has left more than wounds. It's shaken Haney's foundation. Promoter Oscar De La Hoya didn't sugarcoat his take. To him, Haney didn't just lose. Gurda. He left a part of himself.
Jose Ramirez has everything it takes to beat Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney can beat him if he's not gunshot, because like Ryan said, hey, you know, when he was talking about all that Ostarine shit, he said the Ostarine make you not be able to block a left hook 1,000 times, because people can say what they want to say talking about Ryan take accountability. Devin, how about you take accountability? You said this guy's a C-class fighter. All he has is the left hook. 45 seconds in, those 45 days that you did not fast for Ramadan, you got smacked by a left hook. The one punch that you said this guy had. You were supposed to prepare for that. Did you not? What happened? Oh, okay, no accountability.
De La Hoya pointed out that heart and grit can only take a fighter so far when the body stops cooperating. Haney showed guts by getting up from 3 knockdowns, but that same courage might now work against him. Bravery doesn't prevent brain damage, he said sharply.
I still think Devin Haney can beat Ryan Garcia.
Oh yeah, I do.
Don't fight that type of style. Don't stand right in front of him.
Yeah.
Do your Devin Haney, and get out of there.
And that's what you do with rematches. You find everything you did wrong. You know it instantly after the fight's over. You come back and you right those wrongs. I do believe that it's a rematch that he will win. I think we talked about this time and time again. I think it's a rematch that both guys really need to have.
Jose Ramirez isn't here to boost Haney's redemption arc. He's here to smash it. Trainer Robert Garcia believes they've spotted the weak spot, Haney's chin, and their goal is to exploit it, fast and hard. Ramirez isn't a flashy fighter. He doesn't coast or wait. He marches forward, throws bombs, and breaks opponents down. De La Hoya even likened Haney's jaw to a fragile brick wall, each clean hit pulling it closer to collapse.
A lot of people are going to wonder about the state of Devin Haney's chin after his fight with Ryan Garcia. Are you going to be able to test that chin?
Of course I'm gonna test the chin. That's my job, you know. Even if it was 31-0 and 31 knockouts, my job is to test his chin.
De La Hoya insists this isn't trash talk. It's reality born from years in the sport. He's watched legends go from indestructible to glass-jawed overnight. All it takes is one night with the wrong opponent. The kind of punishment Haney took against Garcia, he says, can age a fighter 5 years in one fight. If Haney doesn't pull through Friday night, the decline may already be in motion. Because at 147, the Predators hit harder, are younger, and fight with even more hunger. Haney can't drop back to 140 without wrecking his body. He's surrounded now, and the wolves can smell fear.